Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive, AI.
Hmm.
Today, we're going to be talking about something that's not just a tech topic anymore. It's really reshaping, everything around us.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at an excerpt from the introduction to a special issue of the American Philosophical Quarterly.
Okay.
Sounds pretty dense, right?
It is. It's a very academic text. So
Yeah.
we're going to break it down for you today
Yeah, it's super interesting.
and hopefully give you some insights that you can take with you.
Yeah, because AI is changing so fast that
Okay.
it's really bringing up not just new problems, but it's making some of our old problems
Oh, yeah.
way, way worse.
It's like ethics on steroids.
Yeah.
And then there's like some completely brand new stuff that we've never even thought about before because AI is so different.
Exactly.
Let's start with those old problems that are now on steroids.
Okay.
AI seems to make bias and privacy so much worse.
Yeah, it's not just that AI can be biased, but it operates at such a scale and speed
Right.
that the impact is magnified so much
Yeah.
more.
So, this is something the source material talks about, which is the bias in, bias out problem.
Okay.
Essentially, if you train an AI on data that already has bias in it,
Yeah.
you're going to get a biased AI.
Of course.
And this isn't just a theoretical problem either. This is having real-world consequences right now,
Like what?
like facial recognition errors or biased hiring algorithms.
Oh, yeah, I have heard about those.
Yeah.
And it's kind of creepy how AI and privacy are all tied up together, too.
Yeah,
It's not just like collecting data. It's like it can correlate it all
exactly.
and figure out these crazy accurate profiles of people.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, if something goes wrong, if an AI screws up, who's to blame?
That's a good
The
question.
developer.
The user.
The AI itself. This isn't a sci-fi problem. It's happening right now.
With self-driving cars and stuff.
Exactly. Autonomous vehicles, even autonomous weapons. It's getting kind of scary.
So AI is making us rethink what work and education even mean. I mean, past tech revolutions took generations to really play out, but AI is happening right now.
It is, and it's happening in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and AI has the potential to cause a lot of unemployment, not because there won't be any work to do,
Right.
but because people's skills won't match what's needed anymore.
Right. It's like the jobs will be there, but people won't have the training for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we need to adapt now with retraining and upskilling, or else we're going to face massive social issues.
And this isn't like someone else's problem. This is
Yeah.
everybody's problem.
Yeah, think about how this changes the skills your kids are going to need.
Right.
Yeah, and this isn't just happening in one country. These AI problems are global issues.
It's worldwide.
Yeah, things like environmental impact, like all those data centers, they use a ton of energy.
Right.
Security risks, too, because AI-powered hacking is a real threat.
Mm, yeah.
We need international solutions that can respect different cultures, but also uphold basic human rights.
It's complicated.
It is.
So we've got AI making these existing problems worse, and then it's making us rethink old ideas in new ways. But then on top of that,
Yeah.
there's this whole other category of totally brand new problems that we've never even faced before.
Exactly. AI is really breaking new ground here, and it's raising questions we've never even had to ask before, and I think that's what we're going to dive into in the next part.
Okay, well, stay tuned then for part 2 of the deep dive, where we'll get into these unprecedented problems.
All right, see you then. Welcome back to the deep dive. Ready to get weird.
Always. Hit me with it.
All right, so remember those unprecedented problems we mentioned? One of the biggest is AI and intellectual property. We're talking copyright law, but in a way no one ever imagined before.
AI making art, huh? I mean, is that even a problem? Seems kind of cool.
It is cool. Think about it. Algorithms, writing novels, composing music, even painting like the old masters. But then the question hits, who OWNS that stuff?
Right, because if I hire a human artist, it's clear I own the work.
Yeah.
But an AI? Is it the programmer who made the AI?
That's what everyone's arguing about. The source we're looking at points out there's just no legal precedent. Courts are all over the place.
So, if I tell an AI to write me a song, Taylor Swift style, who gets the copyright? Me, the AI company, or Taylor herself?
Exactly. Legal gray zone. And it gets wilder. What if the AI makes a song, but it's basically a mashup of all Drake's hits? Who gets paid then?
Mind blown. Makes you wonder, is AI even being creative? Or just remixing human stuff?
Deep question. The source dives into that too. But while we ponder, AI is already onto something even trickier. Hypersuasion.
Hyper what now? Sounds intense.
It is. Basically, AI can get so good at knowing us, predicting what we like, what we'll believe. It can subtly nudge our choices, even our politics.
Hold up. So it's not just ads anymore. AI could be manipulating us without us even knowing.
The source is pretty worried about this. Think how good Netflix is at suggesting shows you'll actually binge. Now imagine that, but for everything. News, social media.
Whoa. So it's like
Yeah.
confirming our biases, making us think we're making choices. That's creepy.
Right. And that's the challenge. It can be so subtle you don't realize it's happening. Preys on your subconscious desires, your fears.
Okay, so besides deleting my Netflix account, how do I avoid this AI mind control?
First step, awareness. Question everything that algorithm feeds you, especially if it seems too perfect for your taste. That's a red flag.
Don't trust anything online. Got it. But on top of dodging copyright lawsuits and AI brainwashing, there's one more unprecedented problem: the whole future of content itself.
Right. When AI can pump out top-notch writing, images, music, even videos, what happens to human artists? Do we even need human creativity anymore?
Big question. Like, if AI writes a bestseller in hours, what's the point of struggling for years as a writer?
Yeah, the source makes us think, what will we value in art then? If skill and speed aren't special anymore, maybe it'll be originality, raw emotion, that human touch.
So it's not just about jobs lost, it's like
Yeah.
the whole meaning of art changes.
Exactly. We're right on the edge of this huge shift in how we create and consume content. Gotta have these conversations now to steer things right.
Not just tech, but like our whole culture changes. Values, what it means to be human.
Right. AI is this force reshaping everything, and it's on us to figure out how do we use it well without losing what makes us, well, us.
It really does feel like AI is making us look in the mirror. Like, what does it mean to be human when machines can do so much of what we thought was special?
Yeah, it's like AI is forcing us to confront some really deep questions about ourselves and what makes us unique.
Right. Like, if AI can write a symphony or paint a masterpiece, is human creativity even special anymore?
It's a question that philosophers have been wrestling with forever, but AI is bringing it front and center right now.
Right. It's not just some abstract debate anymore.
Exactly. And the source material really dives into this. It's talking about consciousness and free will and creativity, like the really fundamental stuff.
It's like we're going from ethics to, like, existential crisis here.
Yeah, it gets pretty heavy, but the important thing to remember is we're not just along for the ride with all this.
Right. We have a choice.
We have agency. We have the power to shape how this technology develops, how it's used, how it impacts our lives.
So it's not all doom and gloom.
No, not at all. And that's a key point the author emphasizes, that we need philosophy not just to analyze the problems, but to actually design solutions.
I like that. So it's not just on the tech people, it's on all of us.
Exactly. Ethicists, philosophers, artists, policymakers, regular people, we all need to be part of this conversation.
We got to make sure AI is used for good.
Right. And the more we understand these ethical challenges and the potential impact of AI, the better equipped we'll be to navigate all of this.
Knowledge is power, as they say.
It really is in this case.
So we've talked about biased algorithms and AI making art and that creepy hypersuasion stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It is.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is AI is powerful, it's here to stay, and it's up to us to use it responsibly and ethically.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, we make a good team.
We do.
We do.
The main takeaway here is we can't just be passive and let technology determine our future.
We've got to take charge.
We need to be active in shaping how this all plays out.
I think that's a great message to end on. So as you go about your day, just think about how AI is already affecting you.
Yeah.
And ask yourself, what kind of future do you want? What role should AI play in your life?
Good questions to think about.
And most importantly, what can you do to help create that future?
It's not predetermined. It's being created right now.
That's hopeful.
It is, and we all have a role to play.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI ethics. Stay curious, stay informed, and until next time, keep diving deep.